Hi there. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to try to keep this quick because I noticed that I was discussing a subject matter, but it started to get too long. So this is my condensed version of it. I'm going to talk about online dating and how much I just don't like. I don't like it. When you're in school and high school and all that, you're in a group, your peer group, and you're around a lot of people, your age or a grade above you or whatever. And it's easy to become, attracted to somebody or infatuated with somebody. It's easy to see somebody that you like and that you start crushing on. I've had a lot of crushes in high school, and you get nervous when you're walking past them, or you're going to walk past them in the hallway, or you're going to see them in a lunchroom, or whatever. Excuse me. So, yes, you get very nervous, but it's that good kind of feeling, where your heart beats. I'm not going to sing that song. I was singing it the whole other times I tried doing this, but that song, might as well face it, you're addicted to love. That song. Anyways, when you're walking down the hallway and you're your heart sweats. That's what the song says. I don't know how your heart sweats, but okay, so that's high school. Maybe you get in a relationship with them, or maybe you have a boyfriend in high school or a girlfriend or whatever. Good for you. But, it's that young love. Even college, you're around your groups, but the thing is about that, a lot of people, they drink and, because you're in college, you're away. I'm not saying everybody does that, but I know it's common, I don't know how it's like now, but when I was younger, when I just got out of school, when I graduated and I went off on my own, I was in the army, you kind of do party a lot and you drink and you hook up with people, and that's not what you want to do. That's not the same as dating. That's just messing around, and, you don't want to do that, because when you're under the influence, they call it that for a reason, because it's not you. You're not in control of yourself, Alcohol is controlling you, so you want to kind of avoid that. And mostly at college age, I don't think they're, getting too much into relationships because of that whole aspect of it. Maybe dating around and all that. When you're young, I find, you're really not trying to get in a relationship. Yeah, you might meet somebody you like and you date them and you hang out with them and you have a good time, which is cool. You might have an awesome summer. I had, summer romance. That's fine. That's fun. When you find somebody that you can enjoy and do fun things with, go to the beach or do fun little camping trips. I want to do that now, but you find someone to have adventures with, and that could lead up into something else, and then that means a lot of people, when they're young like that, they will probably get married or have kids or whatever. But if you don't find the right person, then you don't get married. And then all of a sudden you realize that you're older. After college, if you meet a friend someone to date, through your friends, that's perfect, because you all have something in common and you're able to talk and what's the word I'm looking for? When you're all communicating with each other, you see that and you know how it's going to be. You know how that person is, etc. Well, sometimes when you get older, it's hard to find somebody to date. Most of the time, most people are married and have families, have kids, but it seems like other people have no problem finding someone to date. Me personally, I'm pretty picky, but I do miss, being in a relationship. I do miss that. I still am kind of involved with my ex-boyfriend because I'm so comfortable with him, but he doesn't give me that excitement. He doesn't make me feel excited about life. I know him so well, but I want somebody to entice me, and the same. And sometimes, and it's not just that reason, I don't feel like I'm being appreciated by him. It just gets to that point sometimes it's just not good. But anyways, without going into details, I used to live with him, but I moved out, so right now back at my parents' house. I'm trying to get my own place. I'm kind of got into trouble with like a DUI. Again, drinking doesn't cause nothing good came out of drinking for me. I don't know. But I would like to meet somebody that I can like go on adventures with, because that's what I like to do. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm gonna try to finish up really quick on this subject. So I tried online dating, and nobody wants to say that they want to try online dating, and I did, because, like I said, maybe I can meet someone local, and I could say what I'm looking for. So I joined up Plenty of Fish because it's free, and I asked for 200 words or less, and people were like, "Why are you asking for 200 words or less?" And because when I say nothing, like it says the amount of words when somebody needs to message you. I don't want to hear anyone messaging me, "Hi, what's up, how are you?" Because it's like too short and boring, and it's like. But most of the people are like, to me, they're generic. Like that's why I hate online dating, because I'm not trying to say everything's based on looks, because it isn't. I can date somebody that isn't conventionally attractive. In fact, I like somebody that isn't conventionally attractive. I don't want somebody that looks like a model or a bodybuilder, or I don't know. I would rather somebody who looks more down to earth, but takes care of themselves and is cute and has a nice quality to them. But personality, sense of humor, somebody who makes you feel at ease, you know. Because like I was talking to a couple of guys, but no one stands out to me. But I thought I saw somebody that might seem interesting and seem like somebody that that I could, like, I'm not sure. He is so cheesy, but this guy was like a pilot. It froze. Great. Oh, my face fucking froze. Why the hell did it do that? Whoa. I was so worried. I'm not going to stop this because I want to finish up. But that was funny that my face just froze. Did you see that movie Unfriended and the girl? Ugh. She froze. She like froze. Whoa. I didn't want to do that sippy thing that what's her name does. Alright, so anyways, yeah, that guy was like, he was like a pilot, and I thought, you know, and he had pictures, he was decent looking too, you know, itchy. He was like, took pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower, and I love Eiffel Tower. I want to go to Paris one day. And you know, when a girl sees that, for some reason she thinks that she's like, found a Prince Charming to like travel with. Like, this guy likes to travel, and he's been everywhere. Oh, that's what we can end up doing. I don't know. It's just silly. But I do want to meet somebody that I can travel with and like go on. That's all. I want to go to all kinds of places like Paris or Italy, Tokyo, Thailand, Africa, Windsor, all kinds of places. I would love to travel. You're very well. So I met this guy. Okay, I don't want nobody picking me up at my parents' house. I live with my parents right now. Yeah, I do. And I'm not going to have anybody come here to pick me up, especially some stranger I never met before. My parents are like, "Why? We want to meet him." No, I never met him. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable having someone come to where I live. So I tell them, I say, I'll meet you across the street from me, which is a bar restaurant there. This biker bar. I go there often though. So I'm starting to be like, I'm not meeting anyone. I'm done with online dating, but I don't want to be bringing people, guys I don't even know, to the bar, and then all these people that work there are like, what the hell is up with this girl? No, thank you. So, I was walking across the bridge, because that's how you get there, and the guy that's the pilot, he's like, I texted him. I was like, can you meet me outside in the parking lot? You know, so I could see him before I walk into his bar. Like, I mean, this is so cheesy. Online dating is freaking cheesy. Like, somebody's sitting in a restaurant and then someone comes there and they're like, is this you? Is that you? Oh, whatever your name is. I'm not a fan at all. I'm sorry. But I went there. He said, I'm already sitting inside. Just come inside. And I'm like, all right. So I went inside and I thought I saw him there. And he like looked up. And he like saw me and he's like, he had this like serious, he didn't even make me feel at ease. That's the number one thing. Make somebody feel at ease. Actually, the number one thing is when a guy, okay, for me, if I'm going to ask somebody out, I'm going to make plans. I'm going to be like, listen, I'm going to pick, we can meet here and we're going to do this because I heard this is awesome. Movie and drinks and dinner. And we could hang out there and we could talk and it's a lot of fun. And we could watch a movie, but they encourage talking. I know I said that in my blog, but I think that'd be a fun date. And if I ask somebody out, I'd be like, let's do this, you know, and I make plans. Make plans. Because this guy and the second guy that I tried to meet, they don't make plans. If a guy can't make a plan, it shows that he's not putting any effort into it. And it shows he's lame. Guys, if you're going to want to hang out with if a girl says she wants to meet you, make plans. Please do not just say, listen, we'll just see how it goes. Because that means you're gauging whether or not you're going to, like, get something or try to hook up with her. And you don't, no. And then another thing is, make the girl feel at ease. Do not be a creep. Because you know what a creep is? Somebody who is serious and is very, you know, like they don't make you feel comfortable. Like they don't have that personality. They're just like, and they sit you staring at you, waiting for you to say something, and like, it's just weird and awkward, and I don't like feeling that way. Like that guy, the first guy that I met, like this is, you know, this is the beginning of summer, and I just didn't, I don't know, something about him was just off, and it just made me feel uncomfortable, and like, I have a quirky sense of humor or personality or whatever. That's just how I'm like, and if you're gonna be like looking at me and studying me and trying to see like, whatever it is, like if you're just be yourself. That's all I'm saying, because that's the only way you're gonna make someone feel comfortable is if you're yourself. And if you're nervous, you come off like a jerk. Just don't come off as a jerk. I don't know. And then the second guy, like, see, I was like, I watched a movie and he went. I said, okay, I'll meet you at Riverside, because I was gonna walk there. I'm not having him come here to pick me up. And I had a movie and I was watching it, but it started, anyways, I told him, I was like, because he said he's there, and I'm like, oh, I'll be there in 10 minutes, I was watching this movie, and he called me, and he was mad. He was like, oh, I guess the movie's more important, and I'm just like, wow, that's weird, and I didn't like the way, because we were talking on the phone earlier that day, and it didn't flow, it just wasn't right, you know, like, when you talk to somebody, you just don't feel that connection, but since he drove kind of far, I figured, all right, let me see if it's, once he'll meet me and he'll see that I'm cool, and like maybe we'll feel more relaxed and at ease, and it'll be fun, and we can have a good conversation. But when I went to meet him, I said I did not want to meet him inside the Riverside. I said to stay in the parking lot, because I was not even planning on going in the Riverside, or because like I said, I don't know him, and I don't want to bring somebody that I don't know. Especially if I don't feel comfortable with a person, I'm not going to have him in, like, a place that I go to often. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so I was trying to talk to him, but I didn't want to, like, to stand out in the parking lot, because that was kind of weird. So, I was like, well, why don't we go somewhere down the road, which is, like, Easton. And we got in the car, and this guy was, like, really, like, awkward. Like, he reminded me of, like, the way he tried to act like Matthew McConaughey, being all cool, and maybe because he was in the car, but he was like, okay, yeah, okay. His personality was so dull, and he made me feel so awkward, and he didn't, like, say anything. Like I was saying, he was, like, staring at me again. Why do these guys do that? They, like, look at you trying to, like, figure you out. Get away from me. I don't like these guys. That's why I'm done. I'm sick of these creeps. Like, dude, these guys, no. And I didn't like his personality, anything. And I said, why don't we, I would have liked to have sat down, maybe relaxed, had a drink, or not a drink, but whatever, you know, had something to eat, just sit down. But we were driving towards East, and then I was telling him about the first guy that I was just told you about, that serious guy who's a pilot. And I said, I don't like guys that are that serious, this and that, and you know, like they have no sense of humor. And I was describing this guy, and then I think he kind of got the feeling that I was describing the way I felt. So instead of going to a restaurant, he turned around and said, oh, well, we're going to go back to Riverside. I was like, oh, thanks for asking me, because I don't want to take, I made up it, and I was like, I was just at Riverside. I didn't like that guy. I don't want to bring this guy into my place, so my bar, you know. And he actually said, well, you're pretty cool, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I know I am. I am pretty cool. But I didn't say that, but I thought it. He's like, I'm actually feeling kind of sick. And I was like, I know, me too. Like, I got sick, like, last week. And this is summer. I've never gotten sick in this summer. That's how I said it. Just trying to be real. And, like, me, even though I decided in my head I didn't like him, I was still trying to be, like, cool. Like, nice, you know, friendly. I was like, yeah, I just got sick last week, too. You know, I don't know, like, why did I get sick in the summer? And he's like, and he was all quiet and weird. And then anyways, he's like, because I was telling him about how I have a second DUI, and I did go to jail. I don't care. I did, and it's just something that I've been through. I'm not going to be afraid to tell anybody about it, because that's just something that I experienced, you know? And I told him about that, and then he was like, I'm just going to drop you off here. And I actually felt like laughing. I was like glad. I'm like, because I told him, why don't we go to the pizza place that isn't there? I did not want to go anywhere with him, actually. But he said, you seem really cool, but I don't think we have anything there. I'm like, I didn't think that from the first time we talked on the phone, actually. But he said, and we sat down, I was like, he said, I think you're too much of a partier for me. I was like, oh yeah, because I get drunk every night. Which I don't. I don't drink anymore. I can't. It doesn't matter, you know? And like, he said, well, no, I do too. Whatever. I was like, that's alright. I was being sarcastic. But then he said, I like to drink and hook up. And then he looked at me like, what the fuck? Like, he really? And hook up? No. I just wanted out of there. I was like, oh, funny. And I got out of there. That is so creepy, man. Ugh. That's why I'm so turned off by this. I don't like guys. I'm very picky. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't even care. This is longer than I intended to, but that was my rant about online dating. Alright. Thanks for listening. If you have anything to say, comment or don't. Doesn't matter to me.